Hey everybody, welcome back. I've got another coloring video for you. This is the completed pages for June 2020. I didn't color as much this month as I have the previous months. I think this month was very stressful for people, and some people really used like their coloring hobby as an escape for that, but I was having a lot of trouble focusing. So during like the first 2 weeks, I think especially of the month, I didn't color that much, but I did color some, and I think I got 7 pictures pictures completed. So I will share them with you guys in no particular order. The first image that I finished was from Hidden Paradise, adult coloring book by Cris Lopez. I know there's a glare from my window. I apologize about that. I did remove the picture because it was easier to color than having it attached in the book. I really like that this book comes with like a cardboard thing that you can set behind your book, so that was really nice. I used a couple different mediums on this picture. I used mostly the Faber-Castell watercolors for the base, and everything has a base of that. Everything, the flowers, the leaves, her skin, her hair, her eyes, every single thing on this page has a base of the Faber-Castell watercolor crayons. And those are watercolor crayons that are geared towards children, but I was using them to see if I liked that kind of medium, and I really enjoyed it. So that was kind of why I took the plunge and purchased the Neo Color 2s, because I really enjoyed working with these, with those crayons. I just didn't enjoy the fact that they weren't really blendable too well, and the quality wasn't that great. Faber-Castell is a great brand, but those particular watercolor crayons are for kids. They say even on the packaging 3 and up. So they're not, you know, like the super high quality ones. They were like $8 at my grocery store. But then I went ahead and I went in with pencils and stuff like that, and I tried to shade. I used Prismacolors and a white Posca pen, and I also included the Color Your Horde 2020 hashtag for this one, because I had not colored out of this book before, even though I'd had it in my collection for a really long time. So I was glad that I finally took one out of here. And this is a fun book. It's got a lot of neat stuff in it. Some pages I really would like to color, and then there's other ones that I'm kind of like, oh, wow, these are weird. But, you know, I really liked it. Overall, I think it's okay. I like the background quite a bit. I am okay with her skin. I don't really like these roses. I tried to make them be, we have those circus roses in our yard. They're like orange and yellow. I don't know if you've seen those before, but so I was trying to kind of go for that, and then, I don't know. My default thing when nothing works the way I want it to is to put white dots on everything. I've said that like a billion times. So all the leaves and little flowers have white dots on them. Her hair, very basic. I just, I was kind of over it and didn't really want to do too much with the hair, but I think it's okay. So, yeah, you know, I'm not really crazy about it, but it's not bad. So it is what it is, right? So that is from Hidden Paradise, adult coloring book by Cris Lopez. Let me move that out of the way. Oops, I didn't mean to bump the camera. So then the next, I'll just pull this one out. Like I said, these are in no order. Again, from my Macarons sketchbook, and I keep an old blown out hair tie on it, because if I don't keep it together, it's like the blown up, because I've used so much water in this book that it's kind of crazy. So of course I did not flag what I did, so let me see if I can remember. Wait, this one, I did this one. It says June 16th. This one was basically completely water medium. I use ink tints and, oh, I know, gel pens. I was using the Jelly Roll Moonlight pens as kind of, while they were still wet, I was trying to drag it down a little bit for shading. That didn't work out too good for me, but it was the first time I'd ever tried it. So like on her face, you can see where it's pretty streaky, that you know, I wasn't able to make that smoothly pull down. But I like her hair. I did the hair with Inktense, her clothing with Inktense, and I just didn't put any pencils. So I don't think I have any pencil on this page at all. It's just Inktense and gel pen. And then I probably, it looks like I've got a little bit of metallic something or other on her. So that was metallic gel pens also. So, but yeah, and I think that's the only one I've done. Let me check my little record here to make sure that's the only one. Yep, that's the only one I did out of this book that month. That's kind of crazy. Usually I do quite a few. I like that book a lot. And then I also colored out of this for the first time. It's Fashion Circus by Karla Magana. I did not include this in the Color Your Heart 2020 because I'm not crazy about how it turned out. So I kind of, yeah. At first I wasn't even going to show it, but then I'm like, you know what, just do it. So this is the page, and I don't really like it. It's a weird thing. I like it and I don't like it at the same time. But it was basically an experiment. I had these watercolors. Hold on, let me reach for them because I'm not sure. I don't want to say the brand and then have me be incorrect because I don't like them, and I don't want to say something bad about you know what, they're not in here. They're in my coloring caddy thing that I have. I think they're Artist Loft. They were from Michael's, and they were like glitter watercolors or metallic watercolors. They're not very good. I think they were like $5, and they're in one of those palettes, you know, that have barely any product in them, and they were super washed out. Like there's no color to them at all. And so I wasn't satisfied with that. So I kind of added to it with some distress inks, like around the background and over this part and this part. Then I took gel pens again and did this. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to pull it down. Gel pens again and did the same thing that I did in the Macarons sketchbook, where I tried to kind of water out the gel pen, and I really like the way it turned out on her little clothing here. I liked that a lot. I don't know, just something, I really liked that, the effect of it. And this hat, which I think looks weird, but I did the same thing with that. I had colored it or painted it with that metallic watercolor, and it was super washed out. So I took my Jolly Roll Moonlight pen, the purple one, and tried to do the same thing with that. So all in all, you know, it's okay. It's okay. I did use the, so you can see, now they do look nice and metallic. I'm not going to say they don't look metallic, but it took a lot of building up to get any kind of color out of them. I did use the, what's that called? Glaze, the Jolly Roll Glaze, the black one. So you can see it looks like a little bit shiny around her eyes, but that was the first time I ever tried using that. And I used a Jolly Roll that was the sparkly one, Stardust maybe, for the little ball hanging from her hat, which I added myself. It wasn't there. So, I mean, it's weird looking, but there's something that reminds me of the 70s in this so much. I don't know if it's the colors, if it's kind of that whole, like weird outer space Ziggy Stardust 70s vibe thing or something. I don't know. So I have like a love-hate relationship with it because I think it's not very good, but at the same time I also think that it looks like an album cover or the cover of like some kind of a pulpy novel, you know, that's basically about some alien chick from space that comes down to experiment with men or something. You know, I'm like totally overthinking this, aren't I, you guys? But seriously, that's just what it makes me think. She looks like she's from outer space and hungry for human men or something. I don't know. Oh my gosh, I'm such a dork. So yeah. So anyways, that's from Fashion Circus by Karla Magana. So funny. All right, next we have Kawaii Horror from Jade Summer, and this is also a, I did the Color Your Heart 2020 for this one. This is a new book in my collection. This was a Happy Mail book from T a little while ago. So I colored one page in this, and this is okay, let me just say this. This is the first page from Jade Summer that I have ever colored, I think. I have several Jade Summer coloring books, but I have not colored in any of them. So I didn't really know like what direction to take for this, and I think that shows. Let me see. Here is the picture. So it's this one. I used Bic markers, the markings or markets, whatever you want to call them. And then I also used Prismacolors to shade a little bit. Jelly Roll pens and Nouveau glitter marker. So where did I use the Nouveau? Oh, inside the skull. And then on her dress there. Also, looks like I used some white Posca or gel pen. Probably some white gel pen in that too. So I was really unhappy with the way her hair turned out. So what I did was I drew like, I tried to make it look like she had strings of beads in her hair because I didn't know what else to do. I didn't know what else to do. This paper is weird. Jade Summer paper is weird. Do you guys think that? So tell me, but I see some like amazing pages colored from Jade Summer, and not the grayscale ones either. I mean, there's a lot of amazing grayscale, but I see a lot of just from the regular, and I'm just curious like how you guys do it, you know? I mean, because I'm just curious. I love a lot of the Jade Summer pictures. I just never have worked in one of the books before, and I thought the paper seemed odd to me. Another thing I'm not loving about this is that something happened. Oh, I colored her lips like dark blue or something. I don't know what happened. Anyways, I had to draw her lips in because I had colored over the lines. That's what it is. That's what it is. Let me see if I can find the... She didn't have... I don't need to do that. I can tell you guys exactly what happened. She didn't have a full lip line, and I tried to draw it in myself, and I am not very talented. And so her mouth looks like really odd because I didn't do a good job on that. So, but it is what it is, right? It's not terrible, but it's just not great either. And then, does anybody else experience that the Jade Summer books curl up on them? I no matter what I do to try to flatten them out, they just seem to curl up all the time. I don't understand, but they're cute. It's cute, and I'm glad I have it. Just funny, that's all. Jade Summer books are funny like that. Okay, next we have Rose Windows. I colored 2 in Rose Windows this month. This is a Creative Haven book from Joel S. Averin. So I colored 2 pages. This one, and I used Prismacolors on that. I really like that. And then I realized that all the pages I had colored so far had basically the same color palette. So I did this one also, and I tried to use a little bit of a different color palette. I wanted them to be, these are supposed to be yellow, but because of the heavily grayscale shadowed or whatever, it kind of turns out to be like a greenish color instead. But I still like it. I was just trying to stay from using green because I'd used green in all the other palettes before. But I used Prismacolors for this also. I love this book. I think this book is so much fun. It's great. And I started coloring this during our Zoom chat that we do on Friday nights in one of the groups, Adult Coloring on a Budget. So, yeah, that was kind of fun. And then I had to leave because it was storming, so so I didn't want my laptop to get zapped. So I finished it on my own at the kitchen table. But those 2 were from Rose Windows, coloring book by Joel S. Averin, and that is a Creative Haven book from Dover. And then the last picture I have, I just finished a few days ago. This is by Katrina Pallon, and it is Moon Blossoms, an art book you can color. And I just posted this on my Instagram not long ago. And this is the page that I completed. So I used my Neocolor 2s on this. Basically, the whole page is Neocolor too. I did take a little bit of Prismacolor to kind of give some dimension on her face. I put a little bit of white Prismacolor into these flowers to kind of lift out a little bit of it. And then I used a gel pen. I used a black gel pen to do the center of the flowers. I used a brown marker. And it's just a Hobby Lobby marker. It didn't really have a they don't have a brand name. They're just Hobby Lobby produced markers. I used a brown one to do these like vines or branches, and then I used a green to do the inside of these leaves. And my white Signo pen on the birds. So this was my first attempt at using the Neocolor 2s. I was really excited to use them. I wanted to pick a picture that I thought was going to be like challenging, but still not overwhelming. And I really enjoyed every single moment of it. I loved it. Is it the best? No, but I think it's pretty good considering I never worked with those crayons before. I just really had fun with it. And I love this book. The the birds could be a little bit better. I tried to make them look like Orioles because I love Orioles, and I feed the Orioles every day. I give them fresh jelly and I put out, for them. I love watching my Orioles. But the white on the wings and stuff, that's not that great. I'm not very good at feathers and animals. I mean, I fully admit that's not my strong suit. But I really, really enjoyed coloring this picture. And I like this book. And the thing about this book is when I wanted it really, really bad, when it first came out, and then I didn't get it because it was so detailed and I was overwhelmed. So I said, you know what, forget it. I don't want it. Then I started seeing pictures colored from it. I saw Dee Dee Willingham working in it. This was, a couple years ago. And I decided I really wanted it. And so when it came back available on Amazon, I went ahead and I purchased it. So then when it came, I'm like, what was I thinking? This book is way too detailed and advanced for me. But it's not. It's really not. I don't know. It's just a beautiful book. And I don't know if it's still available or not, but I'm so glad that I bought it. And I really would like to complete this book. Like, I'm not going to put myself on a time limit. Like, I'm not going to say, I'm going to have it done this year or anything like that. But this is a book that I think if I had it completed, I would really enjoy flipping through it and looking at it. Because once you use like a watercolor medium, or even if you want to take like fine liners and go in with all the little details and stuff like that, I just think that you would really enjoy it, that I would really enjoy it. So I think I'm gonna work on trying to complete this book. I've only done 2 pages in it. Right, there's the other one I did. And I don't know. I really like it. I think it's beautiful and it's meant to be colored. And I'm gonna do it. I just don't know how long it's gonna take me. But I love it. So, yeah. Anyways, before I get lost in thought. So those are the images or pages that I colored for the month of June. And then today is the last day of June, but I am starting a new page tonight, but I know I won't get it colored fully. So I thought I'd go ahead and film this video. Anyways, I will link all the coloring books below that I showed in the description section below. I'll link them to Amazon, and just so you know, I am an Amazon affiliate. So if you decide to make a purchase via the link, I will receive a small profit. I don't know if this one is still available, but I think everything else, is available. But if this one is, I'll link it. So yeah, I guess that's it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think. And thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.